Remember the portal Cuphead came out of? And then he shot one in the sky? Was that all of the nightmare plan? I'm thinking there's a theory or lore, a hidden lore in plain sight that we're just not seeing. We're seeing the fights between Cuphead and Tricky, but we're not seeing the big deal that's happening between Cross. If you notice, this takes place after the events of the devil. This is not the Cross aftermath, but probably whatever happened between Boyfriend and Cuphead, because from the looks of it, Cuphead just escaped. Nightmare Cuphead's form expired as soon as he was about to face Tricky, assuming that there is a limit behind the nightmare form. I don't know if it's extended to a certain amount of time, but Nightmare Cuphead just disappeared after facing Tricky. And that makes me think, the upcoming fight between Bendy and Sans, are their forms limited? Because for what it seems, the form is not permanent, so it could go off at any time. He just landed in Madness Combat's world, snapped out of nightmare form, and he's like, where the frick am I? That shows that he's not in a state of control. But what we should know is, why did he shoot that portal in the sky like that? My theory is he's trying to fight both Bendy and Sans at the same time. Or it could just go a three-way. A three-way brawl as what I was predicting when he shot that hole in the sky. Assuming that portal's probably gone by now, because when Cuphead tried to enter the portal, the auditor stopped him in his tracks and tried to fight him head on, but we already know how that ended between the two. Cuphead just took him out like nothing. That makes me think, what is the power scaling between all three of these characters in their nightmare form? And why does this nightmare form exist within these characters? I have a feeling there's a plan going on. That's why I call this the plan. The nightmare has something to do with the portal, the nightmare portal in Friday Night Funkin'. I'm not sure if it all ties in with Friday Night Funkin', but for what we know, the black stars represent something of nightmare variance, and it could happen to anyone. I'm curious to know how everything will go between now and then, and if my prediction is right, Cuphead might end up going a three-way between Sans and Bendy, and they could just have a three-way brawl. But I don't think that's gonna happen, since Nightmare Cuphead's form already expired, so that means he's out of the cut. If this is the case, what about Hank? What does Hank have anything to do with this? What if there could be a Nightmare Hank? You never know. What if this isn't the end of the nightmare variants that are coming forward? What if there's more to it than meets the eye? That's what I'm curious on. I'd like to know more theories on what you guys think. If you have any theories about what's going on between the nightmare characters and what's to come, there might be something bigger than Sans versus Bendy. Y'all gonna have to let me know in the comments and give me your thoughts of what you think may or may not happen. This is not just a fight between two characters. There's something bigger, and that is the plan.